Want to know how to get 3D delts? Welcome to the world of fitness, where we chase not just health and strength, but also the aesthetics of a well-rounded physique. And one of the most sought-after features of this physique? That's right, 3D delts. Why, you might ask? Well, having 3D delts isn't just about looking good in a t-shirt. It's about having a balanced, strong upper body that can support a myriad of daily tasks and athletic pursuits. It's about fostering joint health and stability, and yes, it's about feeling confident and powerful. In this video, we'll be delving into the science behind the development of 3D delts. We'll explore the anatomy of the deltoids, the exercises that target each part of your shoulders, and the crucial role of nutrition and recovery. Ready to take your shoulder game to the next level? Then, let's dive into the science behind developing 3D delts. First, we need to understand the anatomy of the deltoids. The deltoids are a large, triangular muscle occupying the upper surface of the shoulder. This power-packed muscle group plays a vital role in the overall aesthetics of your upper body, giving your shoulders their rounded 3D appearance. But what's more, they are key players in almost all movements involving your arms. Now, if you look closer, you'll notice that the deltoids are not just one muscle, but a complex of three different heads: anterior, lateral, and posterior. Each of these heads has a distinct role in shoulder movement and contributes uniquely to the overall appearance of your deltoids. Let's start with the anterior deltoid, or the front head. This is the part of the deltoids that is most visible from the front. Its main job is to help lift your arm forward, a movement known as shoulder flexion. It also aids in internal rotation of the shoulder, turning your arm towards your body's midline. Next up, we have the lateral deltoid, or the middle head. This head is responsible for shoulder abduction, which is the action of lifting your arm to the side. It's this middle head that gives your shoulders their wide, cap-like appearance. Finally, we have the posterior deltoid, or the rear head. This head plays a key role in shoulder extension, which is moving your arm backward. It also helps in external rotation of the shoulder, turning your arm away from your body's midline. The posterior deltoid is often the most neglected of the three heads, but developing it can significantly enhance your shoulder's 3D appearance. Each of these deltoid heads works together, providing strength and stability for a wide range of arm movements. But they also work independently, meaning you can target each head separately with specific exercises to achieve that desirable 3D look. Now that we understand the deltoid's anatomy, we can focus on the workouts that target each head. Let's start with the anterior deltoid. This muscle, located at the front of your shoulder, plays a crucial role in giving your shoulders that desirable rounded 3D appearance. But how do we target this area specifically? I'm glad you asked. Our first exercise is the seated barbell shoulder press. This compound movement not only targets your anterior deltoid, but also recruits your lateral and posterior delts, making it a fantastic overall shoulder exercise. You're going to want to keep your back straight, grip the bar slightly wider than shoulder width, and press the weight up until your arms are fully extended, then lower it back down to the starting position. Remember, it's not about how much weight you can lift, but about the quality of each repetition. Next, we move on to the dumbbell front raise. This isolation exercise directly targets your anterior deltoid. Stand with a dumbbell in each hand, palms facing your body. With a slight bend in your elbows, raise one arm straight in front of you until it's parallel with the floor, then slowly lower it back down. Repeat the same motion with your other arm. This exercise is all about control, so make sure you're not swinging the weights or using momentum to lift them. Our last exercise is the incline bench press. This is another compound movement that targets not only your anterior deltoid but also your chest and triceps. Lie back on an incline bench with a barbell in your hands, grip slightly wider than shoulder width. Lower the barbell to your upper chest, then press it back up to the starting position. Like with all exercises, form is key, so make sure to keep control of the weight at all times. Incorporating these exercises into your routine and gradually increasing the weight or repetitions over time, a method known as progressive overload, can stimulate muscle growth and help you achieve those 3D deltoids you're striving for. With these exercises, your anterior deltoids will start to pop in no time. Now, let's move on to the lateral and posterior deltoids. First up, we've got lateral raises. Stand upright, feet shoulder width apart with a dumbbell in each hand. Your palms should be facing towards your body. Keeping your torso stationary, lift the weights to your side with a slight bend in your elbow. Lift until your arms are parallel to the floor and lower them slowly after a short pause. Keep your back straight and don't jerk your back to lift the weights. Your shoulders should do the work. Next we have upright rows. Hold a barbell or 2 dumbbells at thigh level, palms facing your body. Lift the weights straight up to your collarbone, keeping the objects close to your body. Lower them slowly after a short pause. It's crucial to perform this exercise slowly to avoid injury and to maximize the contraction at the top of the movement. For the posterior deltoids, let's start with bent over lateral raises. Bend your knees slightly and bend over as far as you can while keeping your back straight. With a dumbbell in each hand, lift the weights to your side, maintaining the bend in your elbow. Lower them slowly after a short pause. This exercise targets the posterior deltoids but also works the lateral deltoids and traps. Finally, we have face pulls. Using a rope on a cable machine, pull the weight towards your face, separating your hands as you do so. You should be pulling the ends of the rope apart, not just pulling it towards you. This exercise targets both the posterior deltoids and the upper traps. Each of these exercises should be performed for 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 repetitions. Remember, consistency is key. Now, why is it important to train all 3 heads of the deltoids? Well, each head of the deltoid has a specific function, and neglecting one can lead to imbalances and potential injury. Plus, a well-developed, balanced set of deltoids gives your shoulders that sought-after round 3D appearance. Remember, a well-rounded shoulder workout targets all 3 heads of the deltoids for that coveted 3D look. Now let's talk about the other critical components: nutrition and recovery. The journey to sculpting those 3D delts doesn't stop at the gym door. What you fuel your body with and how you let it rest are equally important. Let's start with nutrition. Protein is the building block of muscles. It's like the bricks you need to build a house. Your body uses it to repair and build muscle tissue after those intense delt workouts. But not all proteins are created equal. You want high-quality, complete proteins that contain all essential amino acids. Think lean meats, fish, eggs, dairy, and for those on a plant-based diet, quinoa and soy products. But how much protein do you need? A rule of thumb is to aim for 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, so if you weigh 180 pounds, you should be aiming for around 180 grams of protein a day. But remember, this is just a guideline. Individual needs can vary. Now, on to recovery. You might think that muscles grow while you're pumping iron, but in actuality, it's when you're resting that your muscles repair and grow. You see, when you work out, you create tiny tears in your muscle fibers. Your body then repairs these tears, and in the process, your muscles grow larger and stronger. Adequate sleep is crucial for this repair process. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night. And remember to give your delts a break in between workouts. If you're hitting them hard, give them at least 48 hours of rest before your next delt-focused session. Also, remember to stay hydrated. Water plays a vital role in all bodily functions, including muscle recovery. So keep that water bottle close. With the right exercises and proper nutrition and recovery, you're on your way to getting those 3D delts. So, are you ready to take on the challenge of building 3D delts? Let's do a quick recap of what we've covered. We started by understanding the anatomy of deltoids, the 3-headed muscle that gives our shoulders their rounded appearance. We then dove into specific exercises targeting the anterior, lateral, and posterior deltoids. Remember, each of these sections needs attention to achieve that coveted 3D effect. We also discussed the importance of nutrition and recovery. Consuming enough protein to support muscle growth and allowing ample rest for muscle recovery are crucial. However, the most important point to remember is that achieving 3D delts is not an overnight process. It requires consistency, perseverance, and patience. It's a journey that you embark on, one workout at a time. So are you ready to start your journey? It's okay to start small, to start slow. The key is to start. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. Start your journey to 3D delts today.